What's up? What's up? I want to tell a story about power and the influence of power. And it's about me when I was working at this job, right? And me, I'm a leader. I'm a leader by nature. So anywhere I go, I'm just in position to lead. So it was this one machine. They had a history of this company. Whoever ran this machine and was the top of this machine was kind of like the star of the plant. So you know what I mean. When I got on the machine, I told him, I said, I'm gonna be the greatest ever do this, and I talk my shit every day and back it up. You know what I mean. And when you the greatest at this machine, you pretty much make the most production. Well, when I became the greatest and I was making the most production, a lot of white guys who had been there years, they hated it so much that they would start complaining about just about anything, to the point that they took the whole production system away. Now, I was 20 years old, and I think at the time I was averaging about $25 an hour, working 7 days a week, double time on Sunday. I was bringing home right at $1,000 a week, right? And this, like I said, this was in 2000 or 99, around up in that area. So it's like these white men was so mad, they took reduction, and it was all to break me. See, it was about breaking me, breaking my confidence, breaking this. So they dropped me down from 20 something dollars an hour every week. They dropped me down to, I think it was like $12, and they gave the white guys, I think like at the time, $14 or something, say, because they had been there longer and they was top operators. They say I wasn't a top operator, so they took half my money, right, and then told me I had to do the same amount of work, right. So all this was to break me, because I was confident and I talked a lot of junk, and I made these older white men question themselves and their importance and their influence by this young black dude who coming in here talking this and backing up every word by work, right? So, it was what it was. I'm still making good money, whatever, whatever, whatever. It hurt, but I had to check my ego. So I still operate, but now it's obviously what it is. They see the system working against me. So I got to prove myself again, proving myself now that I'm a top operator. So by this time, I become a top operator. And now when I get to be the top operator, all the standards of this machine are gone. Now anybody can pretty much be a top operator. But so we went through management changes. We went through management changes, and they bringing in new managers. But through all of these things that they doing to break me, they have created me to understand my importance and position in this company. You know what I mean? I'm a natural born leader. Older men watching me continuously try to be broken, and me work through it, keep a good spirit, be positive, and I'm gaining respect from these men, these older men around me. I'm gaining respect, on a manhood level, to say, he crazy as hell, but he believe in himself. So while this is happening, I'm understanding my influence. Now I'm beginning to control the morale of 50 men at one time, just all feeling good. I mean, it sound like I'm making it sound, I don't want to make it sound too unrealistic, but I would go to work and whatever my mood was would set the tone for all of these men I work with. If I felt like working like hell, we gonna all produce like hell today. If I felt like doing the minimum, then we done the minimum at break. You know, I set the jokes off, the conversations. I mean, I love these jobs. I loved all these men. To this day, you know, we all still close. But anyway, so we had went through management change, and they brought this man in there, and this white man, and he brought this little Mexican lady in there. And so when you get in management and leadership, it's two ways that you lead. You know, you lead through inspiration, motivation, or you lead through intimidation and fear type of thing. And in most cases of leadership and management, when the leadership and management don't have adequate enough knowledge about whatever it is they leading about, then therefore they must use fear and intimidation for you to use your knowledge in place of theirs. You see what I'm saying? So this man, this woman come, they ain't know nothing. So all they came in was with fear. And when they realized that I had the influence, they fear tactic became, once we break him, we got everybody. So here I am again, about to go up against a whole nother system, right? Trying to break me just because, I feel good about myself. I believe in myself, and that's just rare in meeting a black man that believe about as much about himself, right? So here I am about to get broke again, right? So they coming up to me, and I'm a respectful person. I ain't negative. So in every way, you know, I'm trying to be respectful. I understand they don't know nothing. I want the relationship to be great. So I'm doing this, but they ain't got most sense to even realize what I'm trying to do, and that I'm on their side. I'm a good guy. They just more or less got their hand on their gun, like, nigga, get down. You know what I mean? So when I started to see it, I started to analyze it. So I told everybody, you know, I know my influence by this time. I told everybody, I say, he fucking her, man. I say, he fucking her. I say, and this ain't about no job. Every time he come over here and talk to us, he trying to impress her, to show her he a man and he got power. I say, this ain't about our job. I say, this about some pussy shit. He just trying to get this pussy and show this pussy something. So, you know, with my influence, I put it out there on the floor. Hey, be a fucking ogre. Right? So it got whiffed to them. Now this ain't no lie, this true story. They stopped production, called everybody to the meeting room, had a meeting. They say, if I hear anybody say me and her are in a relationship or have any personal dealings, you will be fired. Everybody in the meeting know they talking to me. I know they talking to me. So it is what it is. And before I go anymore, I want to say right now today, them motherfuckers is married. So fuck them and all their games they play. But anyway, so them just constantly trying to break me. Now I had a partner, his name Twin, right? He my Facebook friend. If he hear this story, he know it. So Twin was the type of worker that he come to work for 8 hours. And for 8 hours, if you ain't say, Twin, what up? Twin ain't gonna say shit. He just work and work like hell. And he working with me, the loud mouth talking all day, talking shit, making everybody goddamn come get some if they want some type of guy. And Twin ain't say one word, but whenever it got real, he got real with me, right? So, and what we did, we worked on a machine where I was the feeder, he was the catcher. And what made me great was I had a sense of rhythm, the way I feed this machine, that my hands almost became invisible. They was going so fast, and I would just be doing it like music. And Twin had to catch everything I fed. And so me and him created this this rhythm with each other that you could put two other men beside us doing the exact same job, and we could do double of what they could do, and they would be trying their best to keep up with us, but they would start fighting and falling out, and we would just be in our own rhythm type of way. So, but this is what created the morale and tempo for production of what we was doing, right? So they knew if they controlled me, they controlled the whole production flow. And once they got control of me, it would make them look good, right? So I understood this, and I didn't have no problem with making, I'm a team player. But when they didn't have no respect and they was operating off fear, you know, it made my ego say, fuck y'all, man. You know what I mean? So in the quest of them trying to break me, it got to the point where I say the only way they gonna break me now is they gonna have to fuck with Twin. So one day the little lady went up there and she started just nagging at him. And Twin quit. Twin was like, man, I can't take it no more. He quit. I was like, Twin, don't quit, man. But he quit, right? So after that, now they looking at me like, we got you now. We got you. So they put a worker up there, you know, it's another worker, but ain't no me and Twin. You know, me and Twin, what we got, you know, can't be duplicated. So now they give me another help that ain't on that level we got. But now they forcing me by production, saying if you don't do this, we gonna fire you. If you don't do this, we gonna fire you. But at the same time, what I do is already above average. So I already know you can't fire me. You know what I mean, man? Like, I know my position. I know my influence. So we suffering. And I'm working. I'm in position. I'm working. But they can't shine. So now it's starting to back up in ways. So upper management come to me, shipping coming to me. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? So now I'm realizing, okay, my influence finna elevate on them. So I started to express true knowledge and understanding of this shit. And this is what gained the respect of man amongst these men. See, I know how to talk. So when I'm talking to these white folk, I'm spitting it sincerely. Like, I love my job. You know what I mean? So I'm kicking it to him. And I broke it down to Twin. And going back when Twin got fired, I told all the men, I say, I bet you I'm going to get Twin job back. You know, they cussed me out. Who the hell you think you is? You think you somebody? Man, they done fired 1 million motherfuckers around here. And ain't now one of them motherfuckers ever came back. How the hell you think you going to get Twin back? So going to the meeting now, we in conversations. They want to know what's the problem. I say, well, if you want me to fix it, then you need to give me what I need. They say, what you need? I say, I need Twin back. 2 months later, Twin walked in there, and I told them motherfucking men, I say, God damn it, don't y'all tell me what I ain't and what I can't. You understand? And when Twin came back, they got rid of that motherfucking man and that woman, and they brought new management in there. And then, goddamn, the story going on the end to the point where I got the key to the jail, right? But my point in this story is, see, you got to understand power. Now, I knew them white people and that man, I knew the power structure. I understood how the power structure worked. But I had that influence, man. You see what I'm saying? And I'm telling you this now, man. We gotta stop having unrealistic ideas of what power is. You know, and I say this to say that. The same power we hate within America is the same power that went out into the aspect of the world to the most richest, strongest, powerful human beings on earth that had access to planes, jets, military, submarine, missile, atomic bombs, and they'd send a motherfucker in there with a cell phone and let us watch them drag them motherfuckers out on cell phone cameras and say, don't you ever in your fucking life think you stronger than the motherfucking American power. We'll come bomb anything and take what we want. Now that's the same person, the same it that we struggle with. So when you realize and be real with ourselves, man, we got to focus on the influence and the power we got in influencing that power. That's kind of where our power lies. The influence. Look at how we influence everything economically. Look at how we influence Japan. All them people over there want to be young black people. They want to be rappers. Look at our influence. That's where we got to find our solutions and our power. It's 15 minutes long, man. But hey, hell yeah.